Okay, kids, you ready to meet your new dino challenge? The velociraptor on screen let out a series of clicks and chirps. Scientists think they sounded like this, not a roar, said the text. Then a Parasaurolophus made a deep, honking noise through its crest. Can you make this sound? Try it. Record your best dino sound and share it. And just like that, the submissions started pouring in. A little girl wearing a t-shirt with the same logo as the one on screen put her hands on her hips and let out a mighty roar. Her volume was impressive, but maybe a little too much for her parents' taste. After all, they had to work from home today and were trying to get some things done. Shh, her dad said, and she stopped roaring immediately, then gave them a big smile and a thumbs up. Next up, we saw a kid in a Raptor costume. He took a deep breath and tried to match the pitch and tone of the one on the TV. Pretty good, but a little nasally. He could use some air support. Then a boy wearing a Stegosaurus t-shirt stood up on his tippy toes and shouted, "I'm gonna stomp my feet like a hungry dino." His enthusiasm was noted and appreciated, but his parents quickly reminded him that stomping wasn't necessarily a quiet activity either. So he sat back down and tried again. This time he puffed out his cheeks and blew out a giant raspberry. Much better. A girl dressed up like a paleontologist carefully brushed dirt off a fossil. "Ooh, a baby dino," she said, holding up a tiny bone. "It must have been so cute, just like me." She was too busy being adorable to do a very good impression, but we'll let her off the hook. Next, a boy dressed as a scientist mixed up some potions in a beaker. "Dino, Dino," he sang. "It's a potion that makes you sound like a dino." A few girls in lab coats watched intently. Maybe they could use this potion to become dinos too. They gathered around the beaker and took turns sniffing it. "Smells like bananas," one of them said. Then a kid wearing a t-shirt with a T-Rex head on it stood up and yelled, "Roar!" He knew what he was doing. That's why he put a pillowcase over his head. It muffled his voice perfectly. His sister clapped. "You sound just like the dinos on the screen," she said. But who would win in a dino sound-off? A kid dressed like a caveman held up a club. "Ooga, booga," he said. "Me want smash that silly hat off your head and eat your brains." Wait, is that supposed to be scary? Well, it certainly woke up the Triceratops wearing a cowboy hat. He shook his head to clear the sleep dust out of his eyes. "Yippee," he said. "Yee-haw, partner." He strummed an imaginary guitar. "Ready to hear me roar." He took a deep breath and let out a mighty bay. Was that supposed to be a roar? A young woman wearing a feathered dino costume put her hands together and shouted, "Hey everybody, let's make some noise." But before anyone could start roaring or stomping, a little boy dressed as a park ranger stepped forward. "Hold it right there, Dino pals." He pulled out a megaphone. "It's time to learn about being a little bit kinder and a whole lot quieter.